Am I in the right place to hire something out? I don't think that necessarily like hiring out a general VA when you're first starting out is the best course of action, which is super controversial to say, apparently. Everyone was like, what? That's the best. I'm like, yeah, but you don't know what you need. And if you don't know what you need, then you're hiring a VA who's literally just like, whenever you have something to give me, and you're like, I don't know what to give you. Do you know how to write an email? Do you know how to edit? Do you not, can you reply to comments? Like, if you don't know what you're looking for when you hire somebody, that's when it becomes problematic. Or you say, like, I don't know what I hired this person for. I don't think that they're doing a good enough job. And sometimes that comes back to, and I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of this. And I have a video editor who's going to watch this. And Jennifer, my project manager, is on here. And our YouTube VA is going to watch this. And they're all going to be laughing at this. Sometimes I am not a clear boss. I'm like, I don't know. I just want something posted to YouTube. And they're like, okay, but what does that look like? What does that entail? It's like, well, somebody has to edit the video. Somebody has to edit the video, and then somebody has to write the YouTube description, and somebody has to make the thumbnail, and somebody has to post it, and then somebody has to make sure that it's got all the tags in it. So everything for YouTube. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay. And it's just, guys, there's so much about blogging and business that just keeps kind of coming back to trial and error. That's really what it kind of keeps coming back to, is trial and error. Finding an IT guy, is that right? I think that was over there. There's plenty of people who you can hire to help for that. If you, again, go to Fiverr or Upwork, there's a lot of people who would be willing to help you update your site, make it run a little faster, do some kind of things like that. There's a lot of different people from, again, across the world who are pros at that. This is not just something that you have to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody about the internet. Sometimes it helps to find somebody who is, just a website admin, or not like just a website admin, you know what I mean? But somebody who's able to give a broader concept of what a website needs than just like from a blogger space. Most websites are like going to be about site speed and SEO and ADA compliance, which is a whole different beast of burden. And guys, quite frankly, I'm very much getting like GDPR vibes from the ADA stuff. It's driving me a little bit bananas, if we're being completely honest. Pam, I think that would kind of be your biggest thing, is to reach out to somebody like Grayson, or you could talk to somebody from Upwork. I know that there's a lot of people who are like site speed gurus. Like there's also like really, really big, not forums, like job listings over on Upwork for people who will help with site speed specifically. I have no personal recommendations that I can give necessarily from that, but yeah. And this is a perfect segue into continuing the conversation about your time is valuable. It does not matter to me if you are earning $1 million every time you blink your eyes. All the more reason for you right now, when you're still trying to figure things out, this is the time to ask for help. This is the time to look at it and say, what am I not in my zone of genius? Where am I not in my zone of genius? I can tell you for sure, my zone of genius is not organizing. I'm really not. I'm also not good at decorating, or like, keeping my house super clean. Like, just to be completely honest, like what I said to everybody, what do you want for Christmas? I want a cleaning lady. I know where my zones of genius are. If you want somebody to make a bunch of graphics, I got you. If you want somebody to write a bunch of really good sales emails, I've got you. Sales pages, I've got you. But if I can find somebody who is in the zone of genius for organizing, which is where Jennifer and the rest of my team comes in, they're pros. I'm not. So I will pay them to help me fill in the blanks and the spaces where I'm struggling, where I'm lacking, where I'm not very good. For all of us, though, we have to be really honest and clear with ourselves about where we're struggling, about where we don't like something, or about where we wish that, we had better results. Because the only way to change the results for things, the only way to change the outcome, if you want to get better at social media, whatever that might be, because that's my scapegoat for the day. If you want to get better at social media, the only way to do that is to learn and research and take courses and buy programs and follow people and see what's working and do more research. And then you have to actually implement it and continue to learn as you go. And everything changes with social media so quickly. So you have to be willing to change quickly and adapt inside of social media. Is it easy? No. Is that something that you want to be a professional in? No. Does it bring you joy? No. Then that's an easy thing to hand off to somebody. It's a really easy thing to hand off when it doesn't bring you joy, it wastes a lot of time, and you could be doing something else. And I think that it was forever ago, it was Russell Brunson who was in, it was either in .com Secrets or Expert Secrets. Uh-oh, hang on. Okay. I think we're having problems again. I don't know what's happening. Facebook. Hang on. Okay. So anyway, it was Russell Brunson who in either .com Secrets or Expert Secrets, one of his books, Russell Brunson is a ClickFunnels guy. I don't usually recommend his stuff just because he's very, very, like, he's the epitome of bro marketing. If you guys have ever heard somebody say, like, bro marketing, they're talking about Russell Brunson. Just straight up, they are. So there's that. But one of the things that he said that I did think was really good was the fact that the way that you're spending your time and energy now is the way that you will spend your time and energy as you grow in business, as you excel, as you go from I'm just a hobby blogger to I'm the next freaking Oprah Winfrey or Rachel Ray or whoever it is that you want to be. Those things take energy to get there, but also we have to remember, if you look at the way that you're spending your time, are you spending your time to validate the hustle? It's something that I was doing. I was, again, guys, literally balancing a laptop on a baby, nursing him, because I felt like I had to get a blog post every single day done and made with social images, with pins, with featured images, with SEO, or it wasn't really good SEO. It was 500 words. Like, it weren't very good. And it was like, again, party hat was the extent of like what I was SEOing. Saving money. I just thought that putting a bunch of tags in there was going to help. It didn't. If I was spending all of that time and energy still the same way, I probably wouldn't be where I am. Not because of the fact that, you know, I wouldn't be hustling, but because the way that I was hustling was toxic. It was being busy for the sake of being busy. I'm working really hard. Business has to be hard. That was the mentality that I brought. Is business hard? Absolutely, sometimes it is. It was a hard week last week, guys. It was a hard week. I cried a lot. It was a long week. There have been a lot of different times where I'm like, this is horrible. This is a long thing. I don't like this. I want to cry. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm getting at. At the end of the day, you can choose either to let the hustle be what you're kind of chasing, what you're after, or you can say, I don't need to validate the time that I spend on my business with busy work. If you only spend 25 hours a week working, and what you did was I wrote emails, I sent them, I added some things to my welcome sequence, I made a new freebie, and I updated a blog post and did a little bit of Pinterest here and there. That was it. If that was what you did in a week, and you're able to move the needle forward, saying that you grew your subscriber list, you got page views to your site, somebody signed up through an affiliate link, somebody signed up to your email list, somebody started following you on Instagram, whatever it is, if you're seeing upward momentum, then you can say that it's worth it. But if we're just kind of in Facebook groups, like for the sake of being in Facebook groups, and like acquiring knowledge that we don't plan on actually doing anything with, that's where it becomes busy work. That's where it becomes a kind of like a crutch of like, well, I was on Facebook for the day for business. I said that to Asher, and then I actually thought to myself, and I was like, technically, that's not a lie. But did I actually do anything for my business? No. Was I in Facebook groups all day? Yes. Was I just kind of looking at the drama and like asking or like reading people's answers to questions and then they all contradicted each other and then I'm sitting there like more confused than when I started? Yes. But could I technically say that that was for my business? Also, yes. Is it a good use of my time though? No. And that's where the parameters and like getting real with yourself has to come in. Like I've caught myself on Facebook and it's like, why am I here? Oh, I'm only here to check my notifications and then I leave. I've gotten into a really good habit of not scrolling on Facebook. Not at all. And I use Facebook Newsfeed Eradicator. It's a Chrome extension and it literally takes my newsfeed on Facebook and replaces it with a motivational quote. It's my favorite extension, maybe only second to Rakuten or Ebates. Because I'm cheap. But yeah, Newsfeed Eradicator really does help if you're one of those people who get sucked into Facebook.